In this video, I'll show you how you can take your original PlayStation 5 controller and switch it into this controller like this. So you're gonna have your Rise Plus Max kit from extremerate. This comes with 4 back paddles. You also have 4 profile presets that you could change, and you have these switches here that allows you to use your regular triggers. And if you switch them to this, you have your clicky hair triggers, and you're also gonna have clicky buttons. So all the products from extremerate, I'm going to link them in the description, so make sure you guys check it out so you could pick up what you need. The 010 and 020 controllers are compatible with face clicky. For the 030 controller, only clicky kits with SKU ending in V2 are compatible. And for the 040 and the 050 controller, all clicky kits are compatible. The easiest way to find out which controller you have is you gotta locate this serial number, and the second digit on the serial number shows you which generation of the controller it is. So if this serial number is F5, so the 5 indicates that this is a BDM050 controller. So for this mod, you're gonna need the extremerate clicky kit, and this will allow you to have clicky buttons like this, including the bumpers. And this is from this kit separately, but you can see that these triggers are also clicky compared to a stock controller where you just push and there's no that mouse clicky activating. There isn't on the regular controller. And you're also going to need the Plus Max back paddle kit for the PS5 controller, which like I said, I'll leave the links in the description. So let's get started. So the first step is we'll take out this trim, and we're going to take out this screw here and this screw here, and we're going to take the shoulder buttons out. We have one screw here and one screw here. Now unclip these 2 clips here. Now we can peel the controller apart. We'll just take off this battery. Now we take off this battery case. And here we'll just take out some of these ribbon cables so we get this board opened up. And now we want to open up these triggers, and to do this we're going to need to take off 1, 2, 3 screws here and 1, 2, 3 screws here. Now to get access to this trigger, we have to take off this white cap. So just gently just pry it up. And we do the same for this one. At this point, we could take all this off. We'll just put this aside for now. Now we want to take this trigger off, so we're going to take this part here and just pull it off like this, and take the trigger off. And we'll do the same on this side. So now we're going to take off these membranes here. We want to be careful with these because we will be putting these back in after we just do a little modification to them. Okay, now let's open up our clicky kit, because we're going to be installing this first. So it comes with a few things here. We're not going to be using all of them, but we will be using some of these parts. We could use this, we can use this. You also have your hardware tools here. I have my own, so I don't need those. And we will be using this, our main thing. Also, we want to take these membranes as well. The rest we could put aside. Now, since we are installing this clicky kit on a PlayStation 5 controller that already has Plus Max back paddle kit, And the triggers, as you can see here, are already pre-installed with this kit for the back paddles. So we just need to activate these bumpers, clicky bumpers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this cable here and we're going to cut this portion off. Actually, there's a little indentation here, if you guys can see. So we're going to cut that off because we don't need the trigger mechanism. So this is for the trigger, as you can see here. It gives that sound for the trigger. But as I just showed you guys, we already have the triggers from the Rise Max kit, so we don't need it. So if you guys could see, there's a little indentation here that makes it fold, and this is where we're going to cut it. We're going to make one slice here, and we're also going to come on this side and cut it off here. So it should look like this, just for the front buttons and the bumpers. Now we go back to the membranes here that we just took out from the controller, and we're actually going to cut these also, because as I said, for the triggers we don't need them. So we're just going to keep this part, so we could just cut it just like this. Now to install this is pretty easy. It's just going to go on top of this membrane that's already here. On the previous ones we had to take this off, reinstall everything, but this is a lot easier because we're just going to install it right on top of this. Now when you put this in, just make sure that you click in all of these little holes here so it stays in place. We want to take this part here, connect this part. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to take these top buttons here and we want to put them in right inside where the bumpers are. Just have to maneuver it around. When they're settled in, they should be positioned just like that. So now we're going to take the membrane part that we cut off and we're going to put it right there. So now we're going to take these membranes that came with the kit and we're just going to replace them. So this one goes here and this one will go here. Just take these off and just slide these on just like that. Okay, so now let's put the triggers back. We just want to align that hole. Take this pin, put them right back. So now when we put this back, we want this wheel with these ridges here to make contact with these ridges here like that. And if we check in there, it looks like it's a good contact. So we're just going to put those two, and we're going to do the same thing here. We're pretty much done here putting in the Clicky kit. So now we could put the controller back into its shell and work on installing the back paddle kit. So this build controller is mostly for the FPS games. So I just have another extra little kit here that I'm going to install on this controller. So these are the detachable joysticks. And you could also get these at the extremerate. Let's take this off here. So basically it comes with different caps. So if you're playing FPS games, this is good. It has this grip and then also this. So we're just gonna take these caps off and install the new ones. So then once we put the controller together, we could put on the joysticks. Now we could finish up with these screws here. This screw ties this whole piece here to the front shell. Let's take out our Plus Max back paddle kit. So we have our custom back shell, more hardware tools, and we're gonna need this wire here, this part right here. This is gonna connect right there. We want to take this little piece here and connect it here. So basically you're going to take this piece and insert it right there. Just make sure this piece is aligned there well, and we could go ahead and close this up. Since we have our clicky triggers, we have to deactivate the mortars and the adaptive triggers. And this yellow and green wire, these are the mortars. So you have three options what you can do. Number one is you could cut one of these yellow or green wires. This is the power supply to the mortars, so the adaptive triggers will be off. It won't work. The only way you could make them work again if you come back here and you resolder it. That's the first method. The second method is you could go in your PlayStation and go into the settings and turn off the adaptive triggers. This is the method that I use. And the third option is you will have to rewire and resolder these wires, which I don't do, but I'm going to leave a link in the description. If you guys want to do that part, you could follow along. So we connect these two ribbon cables here. We could connect to this one. We also want to connect this one. Sometimes the mic falls out, so make sure that it's in there. I think mine's intact. Now we're going to take the battery plate and put it back on here. Battery goes in. And you could take the tape off here, put this in here like this. I'm gonna open this, slide this up, and this microphone here we could slide it back in place. So this part we could put aside. Let's take our back case now and start assembling and building this thing together. Some more screws here. Now we're going to screw this in. Take our four screws here and put them in here. We want to take our paddles here, put our rods inside, just like that. Line it up to K1. Put those in place. Now we're going to install the switches for the hair triggers. And we're going to get this one here. 3M tape. Peel out the red sticker off this. So we take our part here. There's a little placement here on top. But it fits right in there. This one, take off this sticker here on top. And it's gonna go right in this little hole, this little slot here. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other side as well. And these should pop right in here. Now we're just gonna put this in here and screw it in. Make sure that they're inside there. Perfect. We're gonna use these small little fat screws. Should be 6 of them. 6. Okay, so it should look like that, and now when we click it, you see this one comes out. There's also these little pads here that come with the kit, so we could open these up and we could insert them in a little pad. This will give it a little bit more cushion when it meets the contact points. Okay, so now to assemble it all together, we're going to take this cable and it needs to go in right here. First, what we're going to do is we're going to take this little padding. It's a little bit tricky, so you want to take this cable here, give it a little bend. You kind of want to slide it in here like this. Let me just see if you guys can see that. Just want to make sure it goes in all the way. And we want to lock it in. So once that is locked in, we want to take our second piece of tape here, cover it all up so it stays nice and put. I'm going to take this ribbon cable, try to get it into that hole. Okay, so there we go. Make sure that these are closed before you put them in. There we go. There we go. Nice. Everything fits nice and perfect. Now just finish this up and we're all done. We have our motherboard here. We're just gonna open that slot up. Put this in here like this. So we want to take the thin bolts, not this one, but these thinner little ones. And these are the ones that are going to lock in the little motherboard into the controller. The blue light comes on, so that's a good sign. So let's just finish this up here. I'm gonna put an LED cover here. This one's gonna go here. This one goes here. This is the power button. It's gonna go here. Let's make sure all the buttons are working. That's good. So we didn't forget about these yet. We gotta do one thing here before we put these back, and that is I'm gonna take this part and just get these two little pins here. They're gonna go inside this hole. Once you get them in there, you wanna push them in there really good. That's good. And the same here. Okay, now let's just close this all up. Let's take out our two joysticks here. We'll take these two. Put them in here. And the last part is, let's put on these triggers or bumpers. Let's see how it sounds. Nice. I have a full video on how to map this, so I'm going to link it, but I just want to see to make sure all the buttons are mapped. So we're going to hold it at the same time. Push the button and the paddle you want to map at the same time, and it should blink red quickly. Okay, that blinked slowly, so I don't think that worked. Let's try again. Okay, that's worked. That worked. That worked. And that works. So now we'll hold it again until it's solid. So once it's solid, it's on that profile and everything should be good. So now these paddles are mapped and we could start gaming. And if you guys want to get these extreme rate accessories, make sure you guys go to the website and use my promo code gamer2know and you get an additional discount. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.